Have you ever heard of a vampire deer? An intriguing name, isn't it? But fear not, these creatures are not out for your blood. Rather, they are a group of fascinating deer species that bear an uncanny resemblance to the mythical creatures of the night. Their names, the musk deer, the water deer, the tufted deer, and the muntjac deer, may not be as catchy as the vampire deer, but their unique features and behaviors are truly captivating. In this video, we are going on a journey to uncover 11 interesting facts about these deer species. From their tusks, or fangs as some people would call them, to their incredible adaptability to various habitats around the globe. Each of these species holds a unique story that creates a rich tapestry of nature's wonders. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on an incredible journey. Stay tuned if you want to learn more about these unique animals. Ever wonder how the vampire deer got its name? Well, allow me to unravel this mystery for you. It all boils down to one unique and rather dramatic feature: their fangs. Yes, you heard it right, fangs. The vampire deer, more formally known as the musk deer, has a set of long, sharp, and protruding canine teeth that bear an uncanny resemblance to a vampire's iconic fangs. Now, don't let the name mislead you. These deer don't go around sucking blood under the cover of darkness. Instead, these fangs are a vital tool for survival in the wild. Males in particular use these fangs during the rut or mating season to spar with rival males and woo potential mates. So while they might seem a little eerie, these fangs are far from supernatural. They may look scary, but these fangs serve a purpose. What's the purpose of these intimidating fangs, you might ask? Well, let's dive into that. Contrary to what their vampire-like appearance might suggest, these fangs aren't for blood-sucking. These elongated canine teeth serve a very specific purpose in the world of these unique deer species. They are primarily used for fighting and competing with other males for mates during the breeding season. It's all about showing off and proving who's the strongest and most worthy of passing on their genes. Just like peacocks flaunt their colorful feathers, these deer display their impressive fangs. The bigger and more formidable the fangs, the more attractive they appear to their potential mates. It's a fascinating display of strength and virility. So while they may look fearsome, these fangs are not tools of predation, but rather instruments of competition and attraction in the pursuit of love. So they're not for blood-sucking, but for impressing the ladies. Where can you find these fanged creatures? Well, these unique deer aren't confined to your nightmares, that's for sure. They're real, and they're spread across different parts of the globe. Let's start with Asia. Here, you'll find the majority of these species, including the musk deer, tufted deer, and muntjac deer. They inhabit the dense forests and high-altitude regions, preferring the solitude and protection these environments provide. Then we move to Europe. In the misty marshlands and open fields, the water deer makes its home. Their swimming skills serve them well in these wet environments. Finally, we cross the Atlantic to North America. While these fanged deer are not native to this continent, several species have been introduced over the years. Today, they have established populations in certain areas, adapting to the diverse climates and landscapes. So they're not just limited to Transylvania. Our world is a lot more interesting and perhaps a tad spookier with these fascinating deer around. What does the vampire deer eat and who preys on it? Now, despite their menacing moniker and toothy grins, vampire deer are quite the peaceable critters. They are herbivores, feeding primarily on grass, leaves, and shoots. Even those intimidating fangs aren't used for hunting, but instead for foraging and defense. But life isn't all clover and sunshine for these deer. They have predators to worry about. Wolves, lynxes, and even humans have been known to prey on vampire deer. Wolves and lynxes, stealthy and agile, can easily outpace and overpower these deer. Humans, on the other hand, pose a different kind of threat. Hunting and habitat loss due to human activity have put these unique creatures at risk. So, while the vampire deer may look like the stuff of nightmares, they're far from the terrifying beasts their name might suggest. Despite their frightening appearance, they're actually prey themselves. Ever heard of musk perfume? Guess who's responsible for it? It's none other than the musk deer. Fascinatingly, these creatures carry a secret within themselves that has enchanted the world of perfumery for ages. You see, male musk deer possess a special gland known as the musk gland. This gland, located near the belly area, produces a substance called musk. But this isn't just any ordinary secretion. This musk is highly aromatic, with a complex scent profile that's simultaneously sweet, earthy, and woody. For centuries, perfumers have been captivated by this unique scent, using it as a base note in many high-end perfumes. The musk's ability to bind and enhance other fragrances makes it an invaluable ingredient in the perfume industry. However, it's important to note that sustainable and ethical practices are crucial in musk collection, as overharvesting has led to a decline in musk deer populations. So, next time you wear a musk perfume, remember the musk deer. What's with the tufted deer's tuft, you might wonder? Well, let's dive into it. The tufted deer, a native species to China and Myanmar, is named after its prominent tuft of black hair that sprouts from its forehead. This tuft is a distinctive feature, setting it apart from other deer species. But it's not just for show. Believe it or not, this tuft has its own purpose. It plays a significant role in communication between tufted deer. The deer can move this tuft, altering its position to convey different messages. For example, when the tuft is erect, it can indicate alarm or aggression. On the other hand, a relaxed tuft can signify calmness and peace. So, that tuft isn't just a fashion statement. It's a key element in tufted deer interaction, helping these creatures communicate their feelings and intentions to each other. And that's the story behind the tufted deer's tuft. It's not just a fashion statement, it has its uses. Guess which deer is a good swimmer? If you're thinking of the water deer, you've hit the mark. This unique species has evolved a surprising skill set that includes being an adept swimmer. Residing mainly in the wetlands of East Asia, water deer use their swimming abilities not just for foraging aquatic plants, but also as a means of escaping predators. With a body built for agility and speed, they can dive into water bodies and swim away from threats at a moment's notice. Interestingly, their large, hoofed feet act like paddles, propelling them through the water with ease. Their dense fur provides buoyancy, keeping them afloat even in deep waters. It's an impressive sight, watching a water deer fluidly navigate through the water, their white tail flicking above the surface like a beacon. This swimming skill is a testament to the adaptability of these deer, showcasing their ability to survive in diverse environments. They're not just good on land, they're also great in water. A deer that barks? That's the muntjac for you. Known colloquially as the barking deer, the muntjac deer boasts a vocal repertoire that's quite distinct from your average deer. While most deer communicate through body language and scent marking, the muntjac deer takes it a step further with its unique vocalizations. The most notable of these sounds is its bark, which bears a striking resemblance to a dog's bark. But why does the muntjac bark, you might ask? Well, this bark serves as an alarm call. When a muntjac senses danger, it lets out a series of sharp barks, alerting other deer in the vicinity. It's a fascinating adaptation that helps these deer maintain vigilance and safety in their woodland homes. But the muntjac's bark isn't just for danger alerts. These deer also use their barks to communicate with potential mates during the breeding season, adding another layer to their vocal expression. Who knew a deer could sound like a dog? Are these deer species threatened or endangered? This is a question that's been circling our minds. The conservation status of these deer species varies, largely dependent on their habitat and the threats they face. The musk deer, for instance, is considered vulnerable. Their musk, prized in the perfume industry, has made them a target for poaching. The water deer, on the other hand, is near threatened due to habitat loss and hunting. The tufted deer is also near threatened, primarily due to habitat degradation and hunting. The vampire deer, more commonly known as the Kashmir musk deer, is critically endangered. They face threats from deforestation, poaching, and competition with livestock. The muntjac deer, with its several subspecies, has a varied conservation status. Some are of least concern, while others are near threatened or even endangered. Yes, these deer are unique, each with their own peculiar traits. But they also face significant threats. They may be unique, but they're also vulnerable. Let's recap what we've learned about these fascinating deer species. We kicked off our journey by exploring the vampire deer, a name inspired by the deer's unique fang-like tusks. These tusks, we discovered, are used mainly for mating rituals and territorial disputes. We then traveled across the globe, charting the geographic distribution of these species, from the thick forests of Asia to the colder climes of Siberia. Our journey continued as we delved into their diet and the predators they face. We learned about the musk glands of the musk deer, used in the production of high-end perfumes. Then, we turned our attention to the tufted deer's tuft, the water deer's impressive swimming skills, and the unusual bark of the muntjac deer. We concluded our tour by acknowledging the conservation status of these species, reminding us of the importance of protecting these unique creatures. Remember, despite their name, vampire deers are more fascinating than frightening.